But every time she has a good game, she has a horrific game. And her field goal percentage is down this year, the game before that. So it's been very up and down. All of her numbers, she's over 2 points a game behind last year.
Angel Reese boldly declared, "I'm the best player in the WNBA." But when you dive into her stats, like shooting 43.8% from inside 5 feet, the numbers don't scream dominance. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is casually rewriting history and doesn't need to tell anyone about it. So, is Reese's confidence inspiring or just too much? Let's break down why the scouting reports don't match her words. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Angel Reese doesn't shy away from making waves. When she said, "I'm the reason we're watching women's basketball,"
Collier, Stewart, Nika, Satu Sabali, Alyssa Thomas, Asia Wilson. Angel Reese is nowhere to be found. I still don't understand how she could be that tall and shoot that terrible from the field. I really don't understand. I don't.
It wasn't just a statement, it was a spotlight grab. Twitter, sports shows, and YouTube blew up overnight. Some fans celebrated it, calling her the voice women's basketball needs. Others? Well, let's just say the takes weren't so kind. That quote turned her into a walking headline, a magnet for both praise and criticism. But here's the thing. When you claim the throne, people are going to check your receipts. So, what do the numbers say? Reese's shooting percentage from inside 5 feet stands at 43.8%. For someone who thrives near the rim.
And I'm talking about the mainstream media, the sports media, and their love affair with Angel Reese. Popularity voting, remember? It wasn't just Caitlin Clark, it was me too. Angel was 13th in the All-Star voting.
That's not exactly dominant. Compare it to other top players in the game, and it makes her boast seem shaky. Now, to Reese's credit, she's a monster on the boards. Her rebounding stats rank her among the best in the league. But critics argue that her impact stops there. You'll hear phrases like "cement in her shoes" thrown around by skeptics who point to her footwork, or lack of it, on defense. She's no slouch, but some question whether she's the complete package she claims to be. Then, there are moments like her 4-point performance during a blowout loss to the Indiana Fever. 4 points. That's the kind of night where her critics sharpen their arguments. And yet, not everyone's buying into the backlash. Her coach, Tyler Marsh, defended her, saying Reese's contributions go beyond the stat sheet. He praised her leadership and presence, but for the skeptics, that only added fuel to the fire. Does leadership make up for underwhelming numbers? Depends on who you ask. One undeniable fact is Reese knows how to keep her name buzzing. From fiery quotes to her active social media game, she's mastered staying relevant.
Not only was she not second, she was basically 3 times the amount of votes behind Caitlin Clark. Raise up Angel Reese last year as being, of course, she's running neck and neck with Caitlin Clark for the Rookie of the Year.
Even on rough nights. But can branding alone outweigh performance? And how does that compare to someone like Caitlin Clark, who doesn't need the same theatrics? Reese's confidence keeps her in the headlines, sure, but without a dominant stat line to match, it begs the question, is she putting the focus on herself or the game? Speaking of focus, Clark takes a very different route. Caitlin Clark isn't chasing headlines, she's just making history. Her performances this season alone have been nothing short of jaw-dropping. Whether she's casually hitting logo threes, threading impossible assists, or dominating games under pressure, it's clear she's operating on a different level. She broke records, pulled her team out of tight spots, and never once needed a mic to remind the world who she is. As someone described her, she's out there hooping, getting slammed to the hardwood, popping back up, and draining shots from 28 feet without flinching. That's the kind of presence other teams lose sleep over. While Reese's confidence makes headlines, Clark's quiet, no-nonsense demeanor creates a different kind of buzz. It's her game that does all the talking, and it feels real. Fans admire her composure.
Her field goal percentage has dropped this year versus last year. That's right, she's a worse shooter. Her fans can't defend the play anymore. And I guess members of the media are starting to give up.
How she racks up historic numbers like she's just clocking into work. When she's on the court, the focus isn't on flashy statements or social media antics. It's on basketball, pure and simple. That's why she has defensive coordinators scrambling for answers. They change their entire strategies to stop her, and more often than not, they fail. You can see it in their faces by the final buzzer, like they just lived through a nightmare. But it's not just her numbers that stand out. It's what they represent. Clark's the reason her team stays competitive, the backbone of their success. Coaches rave about her vision, her ability to elevate everyone around her, and her consistency in delivering game-changing plays. She's collecting trophies and sponsorships without any chest-pounding or dramatic speeches. As someone put it, her box scores speak louder than any mic ever could. Reese's bold claims might keep her trending, but Clark proves you don't need to shout when your actions are this loud. Seeing the two approaches side by side raises questions about more than just stats. It's about what the future of the league looks like.
Couldn't even squeeze into a reserve spot. And now Megan Hall of USA Today, she left Angel Reese off her All-Star ballot. Actual basketball fans that know anything about basketball, they've caught on. There's no doubt about it.
Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark couldn't take more different paths to the same spotlight. Reese thrives on self-promotion, ensuring her name stays front and center, while Clark lets her game demand all the attention. Reese's ability to stir conversations keeps women's basketball trending, but when Clark steps on the court, she defines dominance without saying a word. So, what does this mean for the WNBA's future? Will it be shaped by bold personalities like Reese or quiet excellence like Clark? That's the question every fan should consider. Do words fuel the game, or can actions truly say it all?